All right, I think we are live now, so thank you so much for joining us here on all of our platforms streaming to keep you updated on this latest snowstorm that's pushing through the region. We already see flurries in our backyard, flurries across central and northeastern Pennsylvania, but very soon it's almost going to be like a switch where we have a switch from just light snow showers to very heavy snow with blinding, nearly hardly any visibility, with increased wind gusts, especially between 5 and 11 p.m. That will really cause us to not want to be out there on the roads traveling. I want to show you some live footage of what it looks like right now across the region. Here's what it looks like in Scranton. So you can see the flakes coming down there, already coatings of snow across the region. Here's what it looks like live in Williamsport. Snow coming down in central Pennsylvania, heavy at a clip. You can see there are some unplowed roads as well, so please do take note of that. There will be difficulties traveling today all evening. I do see a car there going by, but if you can, the best thing to do over the next few hours is to stay home to make sure that you don't put yourself in a predicament where you're on an icy or slippery road. All right, here's what it looks like live from our rooftop camera. Pretty cool to see the backyard with the snow in it for the first time that I've been here this season. And it does seem as though we're going to get the most snow in the backyard since 2021. The most snow we've seen since February 1st, 2021. Of course, that was 13.5 inches. I think we're going to get less than that here today into tomorrow, but still more than what we've seen for the past 2 years or so. Currently 29 degrees in the backyard. We had a high temperature of 33, a low temperature of 22 this morning, and that humidity is at 78%. We have northeast winds at 8 miles per hour. They're going to continue to remain from the east, but then as we go into the day tomorrow, that'll switch from the northwest. Here's the current live radar picture. I want to put myself back up on the weather camera so you can see it. We have heavier bands of snow already pushing in to Center County out near State College. They're going to be pushing their way in across central and northeastern Pennsylvania over the next 2 to 4 hours or so. Central Pennsylvania will see really heavy clips of snowfall around 4 o'clock all the way through the evening. It'll start for us in eastern Pennsylvania between 5 and 6 o'clock, and that's when we'll really start to pick up the most of our totals. We're talking 1 to 2 inches an hour coming down, because if this were rain, it'd be heavy rain, but because it's cold enough to support snow, we're seeing very, very high snowfall rates. So that heavy band of snow will push its way towards Union, Snyder, Lycoming, Clinton counties over the next 30 minutes or hour. So that's when you'll see the worst travel conditions begin. And we'll see the worst travel conditions begin here in the Lackawanna, Wyoming, and Luzerne County area around 5, 6 o'clock and extending all the way through midnight. So putting up that radar a little bit bigger so you can see it too. You see those heavier bands once again in western Pennsylvania now pushing their way into central Pennsylvania, and we'll see continued heavy bouts of snow throughout the afternoon and evening. Here's the larger storm system. You see there to the south there is a rain-snow line that's setting up and creeping its way into Pennsylvania near Philadelphia. It's going to switch over to all rain there in Philly, and also all rain in New York very soon. Right now, portions of New Jersey still with some heavy snow coming down, but you see those heavier bouts of rain, the oranges, the reds, the yellows associated with this low pressure system. You see them there near I-95 near Baltimore and pushing past Washington, D.C. That's what's going to push into our area as heavy snow. It will switch over from rain to snow, but this rain-snow line will creep ever so slightly into our southern tier, dampening some of our snowfall amounts there. We have a winter storm warning in effect for all of our counties, all the way from State College through Honesdale and Wayne County. Now, Tioga and Potter counties weren't included in that yesterday, but they are now, because we are definitely going to see a substantial amount of snow across the region from this storm, because for a lot of us, it will remain snow the entire time. It will remain cold enough to support it. You see temperatures across the region primarily below the freezing mark. As a matter of fact, right now, they're all below the freezing mark. They're in the Poconos, Lake Harmony, 24 degrees, 23 in Thornhurst, 26 in Mansfield, 26 in Ridgebury. And the warmest temperature I see on this map is 31. As we go through the evening hours and that low pressure system skirts its way off the coast, it'll force that rain-snow line up into our southern tier, so temperatures will start to inch their way up towards the freezing mark, and I think that'll happen for a lot of our valley cities as well. So here's the snowstorm details. The snow is here. It's already falling across the region, and it will ramp up in central Pennsylvania between 4 and 5, and here in eastern Pennsylvania between 5 and 6. Snowfall totals for central Pennsylvania anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow. For eastern Pennsylvania from 4 to 8 as well. And for the Poconos, we could see 5 to 10 plus inches of snow. The heaviest snow ends around midnight, but don't let your guard down. There will be some more snow showers Sunday morning, extending all the way from 3 a.m. to noontime. I don't think it's going to put down a lot of snow, maybe another additional inch, but nonetheless, we still will be seeing snow showers. So here's the larger picture. That low pressure will skirt its way off the coast, but you see there that rain-snow line pushing into Schuylkill, Carbon, and Monroe counties, and that's going to happen through the evening and overnight hours. We'll still see residual snowfall through the morning tomorrow. It will be light to moderate snow showers, but they'll be short-lived. They won't be a long period of time of heavy downpours of snow like we're going to see through the evening tonight. So here's a closer look. You can see overspreading the entire state. We're going to see snow showers by 3:30, 4 o'clock. They'll really ramp up in central Pennsylvania by 6. We're talking heavy snow across the entire region, but you see that rain-snow line of sleet and pellets of ice mixed in with some heavy rain possible there in southern Schuylkill County. That will push its way into the entire southern tier by 8:30. So we could see some dampened snow amounts there in Schuylkill, Carbon, and Monroe counties, the southern portions, but that's going to cause a really strong gradient because if there's some snow and rain mixing in, let me switch myself up here. Oh, looks like I can't. I think we're going to need another reset on the thing, but I'm not sure if we can do that while we're live, so we're going to just continue to go on with the weather maps here. So you can see there will be a strong gradient where we have in the southern tier some mixing going on, but then right to the north of that where it never mixes, we'll have very, very high amounts of snowfall. We're talking the Poconos up through Wayne County. That could be over 10 inches of snow in some cases. By midnight, the heaviest of the snow is wrapped up. We still have snow showers across the portions of the northern tier down through the Poconos, but that snow-rain mix line still extending into the Poconos and even into our valley cities as well. So we might see some dampened snowfall amounts for Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. Maybe instead of 6 inches, we'll get 5 or 4. But we are expecting over 4 or 5 inches for everybody across the region. And then by 7:30, overspreading once again, light to moderate snow showers, but they're not going to be as long-lived and as heavy as they are going to be tomorrow morning. All right, everything wraps up by 7 o'clock tomorrow. We might see some residual flurries throughout the afternoon. So the real cleanup is going to ensue as we go through the day tomorrow. I want to show you another model. The one I just showed you is the IBM graph. This one's the NAM, and it's also showing significant amounts of rain mixing in with that rain-snow line, even extending here up into Union, Snyder, Northumberland, Montour counties as well. So we might see some dampened snowfall there as well. But up near Williamsport, we're going to say primarily snow the entire time. The higher elevations of Sullivan County will stay snow the entire time as well. But there's that mixing line through 2:30, possibly pushing into the valley cities and our southern tier. And then tomorrow morning, once again, we're going to see residual snow showers. They won't put down a lot. They'll maybe put down another inch or so. But I want to show you the different models, all right? So we've been looking at different models. We use these as meteorologists as tools to help guide our forecasts. And we see patterns. We recognize them. We recognize the shifts in those patterns. And this is the European model showing over 6 inches for everybody, but the highest amounts, again, in the Poconos with a very strong gradient as we go through the southern tier, and not really showing up here on the Euro. Also not really showing up on the GFS, showing over 10 inches for Albrightsville, but I think that that's an overestimate because we could see the mixing of rain and sleet in with that snow. Also showing really significant amounts, bullseyes there in the Wayne County area, through Pike County and Monroe County in the Poconos because of that higher elevation. You know, when we have higher elevations, it forces the clouds to wring out more moisture. It almost is like a sponge, and it causes it to, it's called orographic lift when it goes up the side of a mountain. And this will cause it to snow even more where it is higher in elevation. So I do think it's possible that we could see maybe 8 to 10 inches in the Poconos, and this is the most significant of all, the NAM model showing 16 inches there in Mount Pocono, or nearing 16 inches in Mount Pocono. So we're looking at all these different models. We've looked at all the trends. I do think that that rain-snow line, you see it here delineated on the NAM with lower snow totals for Selinsgrove and Danville, and then much higher totals for Wilkes-Barre and Hazleton because it's intending on that rain-snow line to persist all the way up through Williamsport. I don't think it's going to push all the way up through Williamsport, and I also think it will push through the Valley City. So here is our WNEP snowfall map. This is the official map that we're putting out here as meteorologists at WNEP for the Storm Tracker 16 team. We're expecting 3 to 6 inches of snow for central Pennsylvania. We're talking State College area. Then out through Williamsport and Danville, Lewisburg, Bloomsburg, Selinsgrove. We'll see 4 to 8 through Scranton as well. I think it'll be on the lower end, the closer you are to Selinsgrove, Lewisburg, Danville, Bloomsburg. And then as we head up towards Dew Shore, that's where we might see those isolated pockets of 8 inches or more, up through Susquehanna and Wayne counties as well. And then in the Poconos, the reason we have 5 to 10, it's a large variation, right? But down by Jim Thorpe, where that mixing may occur, that's where you may see the 5. But up near Mount Pocono, through Shahola and through Honesdale, you might see 10 plus inches of snow because the rain-snow line will not reach as far as those areas, and it'll remain primarily snow the entire time and heavy at that 1 to 2 inches an hour. I want to also point out that there will be wind gusts associated with this storm as it pushes through out of the east, and we'll see them really ramp up by 5 o'clock. So although it's coming down very calmly right now, by 5 o'clock we might see 17-mile-per-hour winds in Hazleton, 15-mile-per-hour winds in Wilkes-Barre, 18-mile-per-hour winds in Forest City. So it might cause whiteout, blinding conditions and make travel really, really difficult. So you'll really want to stay indoors if you can through this evening, because with the sun going down and with the added reduced visibility of the snow and the really thick cloud cover, it's going to be very hard to see. And with the treacherous road conditions, please do try to stay indoors if you can. Those winds kind of back down as we go through the day on Sunday, but we will see them gusting tonight until around midnight. I want to point out we also have another system we're watching for Tuesday. This one will start as snow. You can see it inching into central Pennsylvania as snow around 2:30, but then by 5, 6 o'clock, that will switch over to a wintry mix. And then through the entire evening, it's predicting, the models are hinting at really heavy rain possible through Wednesday evening, through the overnight. And what I'm really worried as a meteorologist is we're going to get significant snow totals with this storm today. Then we'll have this rainstorm that comes on top of the snow on Wednesday through the overnight, and that could cause significant melting. We have additional rainfalls totals on top of that. And then we also have lots of winds. We're expecting wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour with this storm on Tuesday. So we could see localized flooding with the melting of the snow, with the rain on top of it, and even some power outages as well because of the winds that are going to be whipping. So Wednesday we will see residual snow showers and rain showers. They're not going to be as strong and heavy as the rain that will occur on Wednesday through the overnight. So we're talking Tuesday into Wednesday. Look at these sustained winds. 23 miles per hour possible in Hazleton, 22 in Forest City through Tuesday night into Wednesday. Gusting up to 40, even maybe 45 miles per hour on Wednesday night through the overnight, with those wind gusts continuing up to 40 miles an hour until the morning time on Wednesday. So here's your 7-day forecast. AM snow showers, 37 degrees for a high for tomorrow. I know tomorrow is Orthodox Christmas, so want to wish everyone who celebrates Merry Christmas. You'll have a white Christmas. That's pretty oftentimes around this time of January. We do have snow on the ground. So Merry Christmas to all of you. I hope you enjoy that. But we are tracking that storm on Tuesday into Wednesday that will give us heavy rain that could cause some flooding possibilities and maybe some power outages with the winds as well. Maggie, could you come over here real quick and reset this? Maybe we can end it off on the camera. And I just want to also point out that we do have the possibility of another storm system on Saturday. Kurt and I have been tracking it, and there is the possibility of it starting off as snow and then again switching to rain. So that might be another issue where we have this constant unsettled pattern of weather, and we weren't used to this. You know, for all of December, we hardly had any snow. It was a warm pattern. We had temperatures in the 50s around Christmas time. So this is a big shift for us, and we think that this is going to persist through the rest of January. So just wanted to make sure you were updated on the latest weather for today. Please be sure to stay indoors if you can. It is going to be a treacherous commute through the evening hours, and everyone across central northeastern Pennsylvania will get anywhere from 4 to 8 inches, maybe even up to 10 or more in the Poconos. So please do be careful if you're moving through those mountains. And we'll have another weather update, Kurt and I together, at 5 o'clock to give you the latest on the snowstorm. Hope you have a great rest of your evening and enjoy the snow.